Okay. Hi, everybody. It's Lifting the Veil with Terri and
Rhonda.
how you doing, Rhonda?
I'm doing okay. I just got over the plague and the flu.
I like your hair.
Yeah, well, guy in the grocery
Hey.
store yesterday, he looked at me, he goes, your hair's purple. It matches your jacket. I said, well, it's either this or white. I chose it.
I like it though. From here, it looks sort of like a nice brownish kind of
Yeah,
purple.
with a little tint.
Mhm.
It's supposed to be
Mhm.
mushroom blonde.
Really?
That's what it
Wow.
says on the box.
Oh, well, I don't think it's mushroom blonde, but it's pretty. I like it. So,
Thank you.
and the light that I have here makes my hair look blonde, and it's not. It's gray. So I
You
don't know
do.
why.
You look
I don't
blonde.
know why it looks blonde because it's not. I have a lamp here with like a yellowish shade on it, so I think that's what makes my hair look blonde.
Well, when I met you, you were a blonde.
Yeah, I had blonde hair
Reddish
before.
blonde.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yep, now it's, you know, old ladies setting in.
Well, they say, it's not really old age, it's lacking in supplements.
What? Never heard of that before.
Eyesight too. They're saying, it's not because you're getting old, it's because you're not eating the right things. So I'm gonna
Oh,
try it.
come on.
I'm
Oh,
gonna try it anyway. And I'm supposed to eat an avocado with sunflower seeds and a little bit of olive oil every day. I figure, well, I like all three of those, so I'll
yeah.
try
Well, let
it.
me know if it works for
They
you.
said try it for 30 days and see if your
Every day? Every
eyesight
day?
improves. So I'm going to
Oh,
do
your
it. Maybe,
eyesight.
yeah,
Oh,
maybe I'll get rid of your hair.
okay.
It's usually because it's lacking copper.
Copper. Huh. Okay. I'll think about eating some copper. Some pennies.
Copper. We'll cook with copper pots.
Okay, well, enough of the chit chat. We're here to talk about dreams tonight. So, a lot of people contact you, probably you and me,
Yeah.
about dreams they're having and what they can mean. And
Oh yeah, I hear it a lot.
yeah, me too. And some are scary, some are not. What does this mean? Blah blah blah. Um, but I really like to talk about the visitation dreams because spirit will come to us in dreams. It's one of the easiest things for them to do is to come to us in dreams.
Yes.
Sometimes they come immediately after they've passed.
Yes.
Other times it's years later. Like I just had a dream with my sister. My sister died in 2013, I believe. And she came to me the other night, or I was in her a car with her, and my sister Elaine, God love her, she was a horrible driver, and I'm in the car with her, and I'm like, she's still a horrible driver, but she's driving me around, and she drove me to this beautiful piece of property. It was gorgeous, and it was rolling green grass, and people were milling about. It looked like it was like a barbecue or a party or something going on, and she said, this is where our family lives.
Hmm.
And she showed me all these. There was like three or four different white houses on the property, and I saw my grandfather standing behind one of them talking to his friends or relatives or something. And I'm like, oh, this is really pretty, this is really. And it felt really good, like, oh, this is where this whole family lives. And I knew it was a visitation, and then this guy comes up to me, and I didn't know him, but I guess I knew him. you know, he comes up to me and he leans down and he goes, I love you so much. And I said, I love you too. And I could feel it. I knew him, but I didn't know him. So I'm like, oh, and then I woke up. And so it was nice to see what the other side looks like.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I can bet you that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
But every visitation, this is funny, but every visitation dream I've ever had has been like at a party. Everybody's always partying, drinking beers.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not kidding. My first visitation with my sister, she got out of a limousine at a party in like a townhouse that had a backyard. Was Everybody was like all over sitting around drinking beers and everything, and I heard them whispering, "She's here to see Elaine. She's here to see Elaine." And I'm like, where is she? Oh, she'll be here any minute. She'll be here any minute. And up pulls a limo and she gets out and she's wearing the same dress she wore when she got married. It was a little mini dress, white mini dress. And her hair was long and blonde again. She'd been blonde for years, from a baby, blonde.
Mm-hmm.
And she came up to me and I hugged her and I felt it.
Yeah.
She had this little hump on the right there at the back of her neck. This little hump. So I'm grabbing her, I'm hugging her, and I felt the lump. I'm like, this is real. This is real. It's my sister. I started crying. And I woke up, but it was so nice. It was like everybody's always partying and having a good time. And I'm like, okay, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've had dreams like that too. And people come to me and they are like, they tell me about their dream, and I'm like, well, how long ago did you have this dream? Oh, I had it about a couple of weeks ago, and you still remember it. Yeah, I still remember it. Well, that's because it was a visitation.
Mm.
Dreams you forget about right away, but a
Mm-hmm.
visitation you never, and still a dream, but it's a dream visitation, and you
Mm-hmm.
don't forget. I said, if you go to visit your grandma, do you remember that? Do you remember that visit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, there you go. It's the same.
Yeah. And another key to it is that you don't see people's lips moving. It's all telepathic.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Hmm. And
Yep.
sometimes it's very quiet, like you can't hear anything but what you're hearing them say. Yeah, so if y'all have that kind of dream where things are quiet, but you know what they're saying because it's just in your mind, then that's definitely a visitation dream.
And here's something else. People go, you know what? I had this dream and it was these people in it, and I've never met these people before in my life, but yet I kind of felt like I knew them. And, but it's a scientific fact that our brains cannot create an image of somebody.
Mm.
Nothing. So you have to have seen that person before. So
Oh.
either, you might have seen them on television, and that could be a
Hmm.
dream.
Hmm.
Or chances are, if you remember the dream and it was a visitation dream, it was from somebody from a past life or
Hmm.
somebody that's on the other side
Hmm.
that you know.
I have a friend who has violent dreams all the time. I mean, really violent dreams. And I think they're just past life stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
know? Yeah, it's kind of sad. She dreams violent dreams all the time.
Well, it could be a karmic thing too.
Yeah, could be. Or she went through something horrible in a past life and she keeps reliving it through her dreams. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and
And,
if it's surfacing now, and you know that from the healings that we do,
mhm.
it could be a karmic thing that's coming back, and it needs to surface, and she needs to start dealing with it.
Mm.
So it can be over.
Well, she's had them for years, like all the
Yeah.
like years and years and years. Um, yeah, and then I had a girl contact me the other day about she was on a boat and the boat was there was a boat outside the boat and the waves were really high and the people were being thrown into the boat and everything. And as far as I'm concerned, water is indicative of emotion.
Hmm.
So whenever I see like a waves or water in a dream, I think, okay, well, if it's just a puddle, it's something that I can easily get through, emotion wise. If it's something huge, well, then that's something I'm going to have to get some help with, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had those kind of dreams too.
Yeah. The
But
bigger the waves, the bigger
mhm,
the problem.
exactly, exactly, exactly. So yeah. So have you had any visitation dreams lately?
I don't think I've had any lately. Um, I'm still waiting for my friend that passed away back in December, but she has already come to see me that I've seen her. So I have the
Mm-hmm.
ability to do that. But, I would like to have a cool dream about her. But, have you ever had a dream that you continually dream over and over again throughout your life?
Yeah. I
What is
have.
that all about?
I don't know. I have a dream about this town that's on this really steep kind of like mountain, and it has a road that, and all these houses and stores, and there's a 7-Eleven. I'm telling you, there's a 7-Eleven that I go into all the time. And it's always, everything's always in the same place, where the hot dogs are and everything like that. And I go into this 7-Eleven all the time. And sometimes they'll rearrange stuff and I'll say, "Oh, you rearranged stuff," and it's weird. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know why I keep going back to that 7-Eleven.
Is it a
You know?
7-Eleven around here?
No, it's at this town, this place that's
Of
I
all
go
things, a
to.
7-Eleven?
Well, it's a town, and
Uh-huh.
I end up going to the 7-Eleven all the time. I mean, I don't know why, but I don't know. Yeah.
I have every few years I have the same dream over that I get decapitated.
Oh, Rhonda. Ooh. Do you wake up before you're decapitated or what?
Yeah, but I do, and I've had this dream ever since I was little.
Well, I guess you must have been decapitated in a previous
Oh
life.
yeah, definitely. The way my mouth runs. Oh yeah. They probably done cut my head off in England somewhere.
Mhm.
Maybe I was one of the bowling girls or something like that, but yeah, I get it, but it's in like a car.
Ooh. So didn't that happen to Jane Mansfield or something like that?
Oh my God, I was just gonna mention Jane Mansfield, and you said it, and I
Hmm.
was named after her.
Well, maybe you are Jane Mansfield. When did
My,
she die?
I don't know, but my mother
She
named.
died before you were born, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought she died in the 60s. Anyway, my mom my middle name is named after Jane Mansfield, but also my dad's middle name is Wayne. So mine's Rhonda Jane and his is Ronald Wayne. But I'm named after Rhonda Fleming and Jane Mansfield and my dad. Mom was creative.
Jane Mansfield died in 1967.
Okay, well, I was born before then.
Yeah, yeah, you were. So I guess that's not true. You must have been someone else who died in a car accident like that. Ooh.
Or maybe since she died in 67, she's channeling me for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
I,
she's coming to you in a dream or something.
I never had a dream about her, but all that decapitation, I'm like, why? Why? Why decapitation?
I don't know. My little joy guide, that's how she died in her last life.
I don't know how mine died.
Yeah, she told me.
None of my guides have went through that with me to let me know how they passed.
I have a photo of her.
Really?
Her face appeared in the clouds and I took a picture of it. I was just taking a picture of the clouds because I love to take pictures of clouds.
Mhm.
And then when I looked at it, I'm like, oh wow, there's a head of a person. That's all, just the head. She was showing me that she had been decapitated. But yeah, I was like, oh, that's Leanne. That's my joy guide. Oh my god! So she came to say hello in the clouds for me that day. I have it. I have the photo. I'll show it to you sometime.
Well, you know that movie Megan about that robot doll or something like that.
No, I never saw that.
I never watched it, but I saw the previews. My joy guide Dolly,
Mm-hmm.
looks sort of like her. She, I was sitting in bed and I was issued a new joy guide because I had a little boy, a little Scottish boy named Galen for the longest while, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting there and this face come right up into mine. She says, "I'm Dolly," and I'm like, "Oh," and she looked just like a doll. She's like a porcelain face, and she's
Mm-hmm.
got this blonde hair and these bright blue eyes, and but she was a living person at one time, but she is a little bit on the spooky side. I'm gonna
Well, you're a little bit on the spooky side, Rhonda.
I guess that's with the paranormal stuff that I do. I
Mm-hmm.
guess I
Yeah.
can't expect a spirit guide that's gonna look like a little Scottish boy for long.
Well, when I was little, I had this recurring dream where this really tall, thin man was looking in my bedroom window. He had a top hat, really tall, thin man, and he would stand outside my window at night and stare at me, and I'd be screaming, running, trying to find my mom or whatever when I was little. And there is that guy called the Thin Man, right? Isn't he the Thin Man? I forget what he's called, but I swear he would come to me all the time.
Could it be
He's,
Abe Lincoln?
no, it wasn't. I think it was that ghost guy, that spirit guy that takes little kids.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I think that's what he was. I almost died several times when I was growing up. So,
yeah. I
um,
I've had some close calls myself.
hmm yeah, I feel like I'm the cat with nine lives.
I know. I feel like I'm on my last life here.
Well, what pisses me off is I've never had a near death experience. I mean, I've had moments where I almost died and stuff like that, but I've never been able to have that really cool near death experience some people have. And I'm like, dang, why haven't I had one of those?
I think why maybe is because of what we do, maybe. But
Hmm.
one time I did when I was little, I choked over the end of a chicken leg bone and it
Mm-hmm.
lodged down there and I couldn't get my breath. And back then, mom and dad didn't even have a telephone, so they got in the car with me and they were on their way, I guess, to the hospital or doctor's office and mom told dad, and I hear this, okay, I hear this. Pull over, pull over. And I remember the car door opening, a big old car, back in the 60s. And
Mm-hmm.
and then by this time I'm up here watching from above. And
Oh,
I
okay.
see her leaning my head out backwards like this. And she couldn't get that bone out. So she just took her fingers and rammed them down in my throat.
Oh, she could
And
have pushed it down further.
she said that I was turning blue at that point. I
Oh,
wasn't breathing at all. And she pulled that bone out and she had to shake me to get me breathing again.
oh my
But
gosh.
I've had that that's another thing that I've had. I've had strangulation and drowning incidences within my life too. I choke over everything. I
I do
lost my
too.
life over my spit one
Yeah,
time.
me too.
I'm like, ugh, like, ugh, I can't even breathe. I mean, it took forever to get that spit out of, and I was trying to get my kid ready for school, and I go
Oh.
like this. He's like, should I call 911? I'm like, just give me a moment. But I choke over stuff, and I almost drowned 2 or 3 times in my life, and mom has been there almost every time to help me and save
Well,
me.
you better be careful because your mom's gone now. I
She's
mean,
probably going, "Ooh, don't eat that." From the other side. That's probably why I dropped stuff.
chew
Oh, damn it, I wanted
slowly.
that and it'll fall on the floor.
Chew slowly, Rhonda. Don't chew your food. What they used to say, you used to chew it 100 times or something before you swallow.
Yeah. Now I'm in
Crazy.
the habit of biting myself. I bite my
Oh.
lip a lot. So I have to slow down. And I think
Mhm.
that's a sign for me to slow down and not eat so
Mhm.
fast so I won't choke.
Yeah.
So now I do. I slowly chew my food and take my time because I'm always and school does that to you. When you're a kid, I mean, you rush through your lunch and rush through, rush, 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 and you have to just gulp it down. No wonder I had digestion problems. But I think you gain those habits when you're a kid
Mhm.
and you keep them.
Mhm.
But I just gotta learn to chill out, and I have. Excuse me, I have been so.
Did I tell you my latest visitation dream from my father?
Yeah, yeah. Briefly, I think you did.
Ugh. I don't like to have my dad around me, because
Yeah.
and most of our listeners know my story, but um, I had this dream. It was a couple weeks ago, and I was working in a bar, and I used to be a bartender, so it was familiar to me. I think I was younger though. I looked younger and or felt younger in the dream. And this waitress comes, this real dark kind of dingy bar, like really dark, not much light in there at all. And this waitress comes running up to me and she goes, "Terry, your father's here." And I'm like, "Oh shit." And I'm like, so I peeked behind this pole. I looked at the door and there were three men standing there outside the door. And I said, "Oh no, oh no." So I hid behind the pole. I had a big like wooden pole there. And I was like, and then I turned around, there he is right in my face. And he's like, "I know you don't want to talk to me." He said, "But I have something to say." And I said, "Okay." He said, "Would you sit down with me?" I'm like, "Oh, all right." I wasn't happy about it, but I did it. And so we're sitting there at the bar. He's smoking a cigarette. He has a alcohol bourbon in his hand, looks like. And I realized the other two men with him were his brothers. And they had gone and sat at a table by themselves. And they have passed. So I was like, "Oh, that's his brothers."
Mhm.
And then he looked at me and he said, "I know your deepest desire." He said, "And I want to help you achieve that." He says, "But I can't unless you give me permission to." I said, "Why would you do that?" He said, "I owe you."
Mhm.
And I thought about it for a second. I'm like, "Okay, I'll let you." And then that was the end of the dream. Except for I saw my mother at the other end of the bar, and she's sitting there. She's hunkered down between two friends. Looks like they're all smoking and drinking. And she's trying to hide. I think she has something to do with my father being there. And I'm like hiding. She was hiding. I'm like, "Oh, my mom's here." And then that was it. I woke up.
I had a dream, I guess it was almost a year ago. You have ex-boyfriends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Exes for a reason, and sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you just want to leave it at that. And this one here, he always tries to track me down. I'm like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Married now? You're married? I guess he's still married. I don't know. But anyway, I had a dream about him. But yet it looked like him, but he had reddish looking hair. And I thought that, and he looked younger, like because I dated him when I was about 18. And I kept on, thinking that's all I thought about the whole day. I'm like, why do I keep thinking about this? So I thought, well, maybe he died. So I Googled his name, right? Nothing. So I know he has a Facebook page. So I go on there to see if he died. I didn't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
So then I saw that he had some children and his daughter. So I went on her page, so I'm thinking, well, maybe if he's dead, nobody's, he's not going to say he died.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to go on her page and say, oh, my dad died. Oh, nothing. But guess what? Her brother died. And I saw his picture and he looked identical to what I
Wow.
saw. He looked just like his dad, but with red hair. Not
Oh,
bright
wow.
red hair, but reddish brown auburn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And in the dream that I had, he wasn't saying anything, but he was at this like a diner, and I was watching him, and he was at this diner with a table full of food, and he was
Mhm.
just eating and eating and eating, and he enjoyed it. He loved it. So on the daughter's page, as she had a tribute to her brother, and she says, that she put the obituary there, and I read that, and in the obituary said that how he loved food.
Mm.
He loved to eat and go to restaurants and eat.
Oh, wow.
So he was showing me that, and when you're a medium, they will sneak attack your ass
Mhm.
to try to get a message over to
That's
somebody.
true.
And I'm like, hell no. I wanted to tell him that his son came out, and came to me. But then I thought to myself, I didn't reveal this stuff to him when I was dating him because people thought I was.
Well, not only that, it just feels like an invasion of privacy almost, you know?
Yeah,
It's
well,
like,
I guess everybody was really taking it hard, his death.
yeah, yeah.
And so I guess he wanted to let them know that he was okay, but I'm like, man,
He
I
was eaten.
don't want them. So I
Yeah.
didn't, but it takes a lot of restraint when they keep on you like that.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, I know.
But I had to try to make him understand, like, you know what?
Mhm.
Maybe later on, I don't know. But like I said, when I was younger, I hid all this stuff. Because people thought I was strange. And if I wanted to have friends or date, I had to hide it.
Well, I did too, Rhonda. My sister used to say to me, "Don't tell him anything about yourself." When I would go on a date, she'd say, "Don't tell him anything about yourself." I'm like, "Oh my God. I want someone who wants me for me.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to fake it."
I
So
didn't tell Joe.
it's people got to know. I mean, it's my
I
life.
I didn't tell Joe. All I did was
I
cook.
think it's why I'm alone too, Rhonda.
I cooked and threw the food at him and reeled him in. That way,
Yeah,
and then
yeah. Joe likes the food. Yeah.
when we started living together, then shit happened. Things were, happening in the apartment and stuff like
Mhm.
that, weird things. And then he started putting two and two together. And then I kind of slowly put it on him. And then when we moved to our house that we're in now, I mean, it was just the universe was saying, okay, you're married now, you're settled, you're going to open back up now
Well,
because
he believes you now, so that's good.
somewhat, yeah. He's
Yeah, he
still
does. He does.
crazy, but
Yeah.
at least you help with that.
Hmm. I like Joe.
He's okay.
He's a pretty good guy. He's a pretty good guy.
He's okay. He loves it when you spoil him with food.
Yeah, I like to spoil him with food. I don't have anybody to cook for,
Oh,
so you know.
every Christmas he looks forward to those daggone cookies.
I had a friend of mine say, "I just finished your cookies." She goes, I put them in the freezer because I didn't want to eat them all at once." She goes, "But I just took them out and ate them all the other day."
You can meet Joe. As soon as I gave them to him, he grabbed them things. He was done them in 2 days. He's like a Pac-Man. And that's being slow because he actually saved some for like the next day.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
I managed to get one.
Oh, which
And it
one
was
did you
the
get?
almond one. That was
Oh,
delicious.
oh, good. I'm glad you liked it.
Oh my God. And then I was like, damn it, why didn't I make a nice cup of tea with that?
Oh, yeah. I'll make you some more, Rhonda.
Mm.
They're not hard to make. I like making stuff for people. It makes me feel good to give things to people, you know? I'm a
You-
giver. I'm a giver.
I know you are.
Mm, I can't help it.
Sometimes you give too much.
Yeah, that's true. I can vouch for that. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as far as dreams are concerned, I think that getting a nice big dream book would help people.
Yeah.
I don't really have one, but I know that there are some really good ones out there, and you just gotta, look them over and see which one suits you best, I guess.
You
I
can
know
even,
there's a really thick one, isn't there? That's called the Dream Book or something.
you can even
Or
use
you can
your
just
phone.
Google it.
You can even use your phone, your computer,
Yeah.
put nearby your
Mhm.
bed
Mhm.
or anything like that, but just keep
Right.
a log on it. And not
Mhm.
just dreams, but that time during when you're just getting ready to kind of
Mhm.
wake up, but you're still kind of asleep.
That's
That's
when I do
when
that. Ooh.
that's 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 the perfect vibration, the perfect
Yes.
frequency. And
Yes.
that's what we have to do in order
Mhm.
to connect. And
Mhm.
you are more apt to get messages from your loved ones that during that time
Mhm.
or from your guides or even angels. So
Mhm.
you can even jot those down too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was one day last week. It was in the morning. It was early. It's about 6 a.m., I guess. This woman screamed at me. She goes, "You must wake up immediately." I mean, really loud in my bedroom. And I'm like, you know, But I have a CPAP. I think I must have stopped breathing
Mm,
because I have sleep apnea.
uh-huh.
So I'm like, oh, she was saving my life. And then I'm laying there thinking, why'd she do that? I would have liked to have just gone home.
Guess it's not your time yet.
I guess not. I guess I'm supposed to be here to do something. I don't know, but it's like, oh man, I think about that all the time. It's like, well, how am I going to look when people come in to break down my door to find me?
And that happens too.
Oh, I know.
That happened to my husband's aunt. She died in the bathtub with the water running,
Oh, wow.
and they didn't find her until days later.
Oh my gosh.
Poor thing.
Yeah, my leasing agent, Lele, she tells me, she's told me several times, she goes, yeah, people come here to die. And it's just an apartment complex. It's not like it's a senior living facility or anything. Oh
But
well.
the older you get, the more, you you gotta get used to it. When I was younger, I was like, oh man, I never want to die. I never want to die. But then the older you get, you're like, well, and especially, us being mediums, but and also doing the paranormal stuff, that's one of the reasons why I do the paranormal stuff. I want to obtain physical evidence that people like you and me, we get messages and things like that, and we can feel and sense and smell all
Mhm.
kinds of different things. But when you can provide physical evidence of it, then they're like, well, you're really not that crazy because then you got this. So
Mhm.
you're more believable. So, one of the things that we do when we're paranormal investigating is, well, we'll put the voice recorder down and we'll just have a conversation and for a few minutes and then we stop and then we listen to it back. And
Mhm.
oftentimes you'll hear another voice that's not ours. And if it's not class A EVP, I just
Well,
if I
that's the way when I used to do investigations, I wouldn't listen to anything but Class A. I'm not putting on this stupid earphones and digging, 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 digging with the. A friend of mine has that thing where with the.
uh-huh.
No, no. If it's not Class A, I'm not interested. And I tell Spirit, look, you're gonna have to talk loud, and
Yep.
you're gonna
Yep.
have to. I'm gonna have to be able to hear you. If you don't, I'm not answering you.
Yep.
So
Well,
you know.
like when we were my group and I was up in Pennsylvania at the Grand Majestic Hotel.
Hmm.
It's the Grand Majestic. Anyway, we're sitting there, we're talking, we were talking about pretzels, anything. And then we
Hmm.
played it back. And right after one of the guys mentioned pretzels, you heard this voice they said, want. As
Oh.
plain as anything, want.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
used to be a brothel, and a 19-year-old girl died there.
Oh.
And so, we think that it was her,
So
but
it's interesting because okay, so I guess ghosts that roam the earth don't get to eat because when I have those visitation dreams, everybody's eating and drinking.
mhm.
It's a big barbecue. Everybody's having food, and I'm like, okay, well, there's food on the other side. So why would someone who, do you know what I mean? Why would a spirit say want
Well,
when?
and I think that's one of the reasons why they will attach to you too, especially if they died of like they were an alcoholic or a drug abuser.
Yeah, yeah.
They will attach to an
Hmm.
alcoholic or a drug abuser, and that actually then the person that they're attached to will make them worse
Yeah.
because they have that attachment then. So it's like being an alcoholic double time.
Hmm.
So, yeah, but I mean, I think that's how they can probably experience some of the stuff.
Hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, cross the heck over and go and enjoy life. But,
Yeah, I feel sorry for him.
people like Jeffrey Dahmer, are they going to cross over? I don't know that I
I
would.
don't
I'd
know,
be
Rhonda.
afraid.
I don't know.
I'd
I
be afraid.
I don't know. I don't know where he is, to be honest. I don't
But
know. I don't want to know. I don't. I really don't want to know. I don't want to have anything to do with that kind of energy,
I think eventually we all will cross over. It's just that they have to go through different procedures than we do. Definitely.
Yeah, I wish I knew more about it, but without being there, I'm not gonna. And you're not allowed to bring it into the present, into the. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why we aren't allowed to, but there's some things that are supposed to be a mystery, I guess. I don't know.
Well, maybe it would interfere with free will because if we knew everything,
Yeah, I guess.
you know, because we all have different paths to take, and this has nothing to do with the dreams that we want to talk
I
about.
know. We always get off
We go off,
topic, but
we go off on tangents, but
we
it is
do. We
what it
always
is.
go off anyway. But I think dreams are. I like one thing I do say to my students is like, if you have a question, state it before you fall asleep.
Mhm.
State what your question is, and then you'll have a dream about it. You'll get the answer in a dream. Your guides will come to you in a dream. If they don't, then just every night keep asking the same question until you do get an answer.
Mhm.
But yeah, our spirit guides will come through dreams as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if we have a question about our life or whatever, they'll answer it.
Here's one thing, that I remembered. I was in my 20s, I guess. I was married before, and then I got divorced. I came back home. Mom and Dad let me come back home, and I was mom could have she could be controlling,
No.
and and so she didn't if she didn't want my friends calling the house, she would even go to the extent of changing the number.
Mm.
So she changed the number, and I didn't have bad friends. It's not like I had druggy friends or anything like that or whatever, but she just wanted to control. And so she changed the phone number and she wouldn't give it to me. I'm like,
Mm.
Mom, what if I need to call home? I'm not giving you the number. So then
Oh,
she went
wow.
to town and I was home by myself and I got really tired. So I laid down on the couch and I dozed off and this number came to my head in my head, bam. And I wrote it down and I called my boyfriend up and I
Well,
said,
how'd you call him if you could? Oh, you could use the
I could
phone.
use the phone.
Okay.
They couldn't call me. I guess she
Right,
didn't
right.
want people calling me.
Okay.
So I called him up. I said, listen, call this number. He said, well, who is it? I said, I don't know, but I think I'm going to answer that number. And he called it. And sure enough,
Oh, wow.
it was the number. And he said, did your mother give you the number? I'm like, no, you're not going to believe me. I'm not even going to get into it, but I have the number. And then my friend started calling the house and my mom's like, what's going on? How did you get the number? And mom was very intuitive as well. I mean,
Mm,
she knew where I would be
right.
and everything, but yet I can't get the damn lottery number.
Oh, me neither. And my favorite game is they're ending my favorite game. I've been trying to win that thing for a couple of years now.
Which
Cash for Life, Maryland. They play
oh,
it every day. You get a
oh
thousand
yeah.
dollars a day for your rest of your life, or $1,000 a month for the rest of your life, a week for the rest of your life. And they're ending it on the 28th of February.
Oh well, poo.
I don't know. I'm like, I haven't won it yet. They can't stop it till I win it.
I got two phone numbers in my lifetime, and I like a year ago or so, I was doing a reading, and you know that song, Jenny, I got your number 8675309.
Hmm.
And I said, does that number do you recognize that number or does that is that relevant to you? And she goes, no. But we were talking about her mother-in-law and she goes, wait a minute. And no. And then later on she texted me or messaged me and she says, my mother-in-law who we were talking about who's living, her and her father, her mother-in-law and father trying to communicate with spirits in their house, okay?
Mm.
Well, the code to open her mother's phone is 86753.
Oh,
Put the 9 because it
right.
couldn't, it was too many numbers, but it's O. And I'm like, she goes, "Oh my God, how did you know that?" I said, "I don't know. They told me." And I think it was one of the spirits, because the woman would use her phone to record, try to
Mm,
record and also get pictures and stuff like that.
right. Mm,
So two numbers in my life, and I can't get the damn lottery number.
mm.
Boy, you and I would be so happy if I didn't get the billions or
I'd,
the
I'd open a paranormal research center. If I
yeah,
had a lot of money,
if
I'd
I
open a paranormal research center.
if I got those mega billions or whatever it was, there's so much good that I would do with that money. I mean, I'd be living good too, but a lot of other people would be living
Well, I
good.
think a lot of people think that too. So, but, it is what it is. We'll win if we're meant to win.
Do you hear that, universe? I said I would help other people. Yes, I would travel the world,
You
but I would also help other people.
know how many years I've been having that conversation with you upstairs? Same conversation. If you're meant to have it, you will. That's
Got to
just the way
play to
it is.
win. My husband says you got to play to win.
That's right. Got to play to win. And now we're talking from dreams, and now we're talking about the lottery. It's okay. Anyway,
Well, it's a dream, right?
yeah.
Dream it. I dream. Whatever.
I, I read this story once or something. I think it was a story. It was in a book, I think, on angels or something. And this guy's father was dying. He was in the hospital, and the father was sort of like in a coma, kind of like thing. And all of a sudden, he just gave out a whole string of numbers, and the son wrote it down. He played the lottery, and he won.
Oh man.
Like, come on, guys. Oh well. Anyway, this has been fun.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
should do this more often, Rhonda.
Sometimes those tangents are interesting.
That's true.
Other people can relate to them, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I don't. It's fun to go off topic every once in a while. Well, we always go off topic, but that's okay.
We are us. We're in the role right here.
That's for sure.
We just lay it out on the table
Yeah,
for all to
yeah.
see.
It's just us.
Yep.
All right. So, what do you got going on lately? Anything?
Just teaching the ghost hunting one-on-one class at FCC on Wednesday
Hmm.
and working at the
Is
nature.
is this a brand new group of people or what? Because
Yeah, brand new group,
brand new group. That's cool.
freshies. And then in April, yeah, it's April FCC, they want me to do two a year, take them on a field trip of an investigation where they can either investigate to a certain
Mm-hmm.
time or they can spend the night. I
Mm-hmm.
always spend the night. The last place we were at was the Tilly Pierce house in Gettysburg, and oh boy, we had the voice on three different pieces of equipment that said, "Get out."
Mm, I've heard
The
that before.
classic "Get out." I'm like, why?
Yeah,
Why?
the classic "Get Out."
Why that? People don't believe it. They think we
Mm-hmm.
just faking it, but honestly, we're not. It was captured on three different pieces of equipment. And so we're going back because it told us to get out. So we're going to try to debunk it and figure it out. But we've tried, and it's
No, I don't. Debunking is for those big guys who stand like this when their pictures.
well, you have to try to debunk it because I want to be able to have proof for myself that, oh my God, this is unbelievable. And yeah, it did happen. And when I was sleeping that night, around 4 o'clock in the morning, this hand was going roughly through my hair, brushing my forehead, and I woke up and I saw this arm going away from me. And I'm like, I looked around, there was nobody in the room. And it used to be that house was used as a Civil War hospital.
Mm.
So, you know,
They
what
didn't like your bangs. They wanted to
I
see your face.
they didn't like my mushroom blonde hair.
Oh,
But So I'm gonna go stay in the same room and see what I get and stuff and see if we can help them.
Okay. Well, I'm teaching a spirit guide class
Oh, good.
at Dublin Roasters on March 29th. I have about 5 people so far, so there's still room for 4 people. It's going to be an all day thing, like from 10 to 3. But it's really cool because Dublin has a basement room now, and you can reserve it, which I did, and it's nice and it's sleek and comfortable, and they also have like a little kiosk where you can order your drinks and your food from down there, and they'll bring it to you.
Oh, neat.
I know. I'm like, oh, I love this. So yeah, we're gonna be meeting down there,
Well,
and
you should advertise it on our Facebook page too.
I put it on my page. My
You got to put it on the Lifting the Veil one.
yeah. But you know what? When I go over there, I see my stuff on that page. Stuff that I posted on my Medium page, I see it on the Lifting the Veil page. So I'm like, I don't know if I need to redo it, but I'll look into it.
Yeah.
Tamar made the flyer for me.
Well, it sounds like it's a lot of fun.
I love my spirit guide classes, and I think people get a lot out of them. So
I took your that class a long time ago when we were at the Owl Nest.
yeah, don't tell people how old I am now.
Well, and we were in a circle, and you had a
Mm,
candle in the middle, in the center of the circle, and that's where I met Rupert Bear, my guide. And
mm,
on the way home, me being the paranormal investigator, I wanted proof. And I said, okay, this is kind of cool, and I know what you look like and everything, and I want to believe you, but can you give me some proof? So then I come home, I get on my computer, I get on Facebook, and there he is. He's a
mm,
Native American, and he had a hawk on his shoulder, and he had like a tomahawk or something in his hand. And,
mm,
and I opened it up, and there it was. And it said his name was Bear.
mm.
I'm like, well, there it is. You asked for the proof and you got the proof.
Right, right.
That
That's
was
cool.
validation.
That's cool.
So, you have to kind of look for those things. And when you see those things, you really have to appreciate it for what
And
it
acknowledge it. You know,
acknowledge it,
acknowledge
and
it.
don't just brush it off as a coincidence. There's no coincidences.
Yeah, and you know, your guides are people that you can work with on a daily basis. And you know, I talk to mine all the time.
Yeah.
And I just wish people understood that a little bit better. You know?
Yeah. And, was it today? We were talking about somebody that passed away. And he said, well, Joe, he said, well, he's dead. I said, well, no, he's not dead. What do you mean he's not dead? Because he isn't dead. I know for a fact, being a medium like you and being a paranormal investigator, and I'm getting evidence and stuff. I have pictures and video and EVP, which is electronic voice phenomena, and so on and so forth. I know for a fact that we don't die. Our physical
Yeah.
bodies do die, but we don't die. Now,
Right.
it's not the same when you
Mm.
lose a loved one. They're not going to be there in their physical form, but they will visit you in their spiritual form.
Yeah. And a lot of it in dreams.
And that's our true form, is our spiritual form.
I know. We are a spiritual being having a physical experience.
Yep, yep. I was told by my guides that when we're there on the other side, we're spirit beings, and when we're here, we're human beings.
Hmm.
But we're
With the spirit.
right.
All right, let's wrap it up. This was fun.
Yep, 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 it was. We need to do more.
Yeah, we need to do more. So if you're listening to this, give us some ideas about what you want to hear,
Yeah.
what you want us to talk about. And I know we go off topic and stuff, but just we'll try to stay on point. But yeah, give us some ideas about what you'd like to hear us talk about, because you know I've been doing this for years, 30 something years, and there's a lot of stuff that we both have experienced over the years. And so if there's anything that you have a question about or you want us to talk about, we're open to hearing from you.
Mhm.
um,
If
just
you
let
have,
us.
yeah, if you had a dream, let us know.
Yeah, yeah. Tell us about your dream and we'll talk about it. Okay? All right, Rhonda, you have a wonderful evening,
You as well, Terry.
and I hope to see you soon in the flesh.
Yeah, when the weather breaks and it starts getting
Yeah,
warm, we'll come out of our bunkers.
this cold weather, yeah, I'm not good at. I'm not good. I'm not good in it.
I'm not
I
either.
really need to move somewhere warm.
Yeah,
Mm. I
it
would
would,
be so happy if I lived somewhere warm.
it would be my luck though. It would, like if I moved to Florida, it would be like a big earthquake and it would
Just stop,
pick up
Ron.
and off, and I'd float somewhere. So that'd be some island, which is not
Stop.
a bad thing. An island isn't a bad thing.
All right. I love you. You take care, okay?
Love you too. And so everybody have a wonderful whatever.
Well, spring is right around the corner.
It's coming and we're going to be springing forward. So we'll be gaining that daylight, that hour of daylight. So it'll
Yeah, a
be,
couple weeks, right? A couple weeks.
yeah. And,
Yeah.
it's always so healing when the weather starts warming up.
I love the sun, and I love it to come up early and go down late. So,
Me too. Me too.
all right, honey, you take care.
You too. And
Bye, everybody.
we'll see you all next time.